My name is Jeremy Hall. I'm the agriculture education teacher, FFA advisor at John Hardin High School, and today members of our executive team are bringing in clothes that were donated by community members, school officials, teachers. At John Hardin we saw a real need for students that needed clothes to do interviews with, whether it be scholarship or job. And a lot of our students just don't have the means to either be able to purchase those clothes or have it available to them. So we saw a need, and what we did was we opened up for people to bring in old interview clothes that maybe weren't using anymore, that didn't fit anymore, and we're going to have them available to our students to check out and bring back in if they need scholarship, application interview clothes or job interview clothes. And Mr. French at Boone's Cleaners is a wonderful partner and agreed that we could bring them off here. They'll dry clean them up for us and have them available for our students to use. So I'd say right now we're probably looking at around 30 to anywhere between 30 to 50. We got a bunch and we got more coming. We know so the outpouring of donations was amazing, and to have a great partner like Boone's Cleaners to help us with that is such a blessing. Like I said, our students will use it, and it's a great partnership for all of us.
Hi, I'm Catherine Updegraff. I'm a committee chairman on the John Hardin FFA team, and we're here today to drop off some clothes. And Boone Dry Cleaning is going to take care of those for us so we can give them out to our students so they can be a part of them and really use them to better themselves. They all are older clothes that people have brought in for us, and they are going to be used and repurposed for people that need them, and they can be used. Coach Hall came to us with the idea because he saw so many kids going to job interviews with nothing to wear, and it didn't really showcase the employee they could be, so this would help them do that.
I'm Addison Cheney. I'm a 9th grader at John Hardin High School. What we're doing here today is we're taking repurposed clothing and we're bringing it to dry cleaners for students who need clothing for interviews and future jobs. We recently won the Altec Innovation Challenge in our FFA chapter. It was a huge accomplishment for me and my teammates to conquer.
I'm Amber Miller. I'm a junior at John Hardin High School. And so for the kids who are interested in checking out clothes, have to go through Coach Hall and he'll give them a Google form to fill out. We have dress shirts, dress pants, suits, things like that, dresses, anything you would need for a formal interview, we have for checkout through our closet in the John Hardin Agriculture Room.
We had an amazing idea and a great leader, Coach Hall. And we had the strive to do it.
My name is Bree Johnson. I've been the assistant manager here for 7 years now. Mr. Boone was the original owner, and then Ray French decided to get the business, go in business with his dad, and decided to take it over with his brothers, and then he decided to own the business himself. So he's been in the business quite a while, providing service for the community, the soldiers, the students that we have here in Radcliffe, E-Town, Fort Knox, all around the area. Boone's Cleaners is a community-based business. It may be small, but we do try to provide the best service that we can for each customer that we do see and help. We do try to give the best quality that we can, the best customer service. We try to help people out the best way that we can, even if that's just making sure that their clothes look good and they're out in public, or that's giving back to the community and helping people, that are not fortunate enough.
This is our first collaboration with him. We spoke on the phone a few times, and it was just so positive, and so it was no hesitation whatsoever. So definitely somebody who really cares about the community and the students involved.
As a 27-year-old, I think it's really important that appearance is everything. I think your appearance basically tells, the person that's interviewing you if you're going to be professional, if you're going to be neat, it tells a lot about your lifestyle, how you show up to an interview, and how important it is to come, neat, make sure that your clothes, no stains or anything like that, your hair's, nicely done, stuff like that. I think it's really important to come very nice. At Boone's Cleaners, we're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturday, we are open 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we are closed on Sundays.
Good morning. I'm so excited to have everybody here this morning. You know, we had the opportunity to do this Innovation Challenge. This is our second year, so we're excited about the opportunity to do this again. We really wanted to do this 3 years in a row, but obviously we had a little situation called COVID that kept us from doing it back in 2020. But here we are again, we're back. The Altec Innovation Challenge is an opportunity for Altec to partner with our local school systems to really come up with innovative solutions for real-world problems. Things that are facing our communities, our school systems. And so what we've asked is that we develop teams at our local school systems to compete in this challenge where you take STEM solutions to solve real-world problems. We're going to get the opportunity to see some really innovative ideas today. I've had the chance to look at some of the proposals. I'm really excited about the competition today. We had, at the beginning of this, there were 32 teams. 32 teams that put in proposals. 32 teams that were fighting for the opportunity to stand in front of this audience today, in front of this group of judges, and get the opportunity to portray their proposal, present their proposal. 10 teams got selected by leadership at the local schools. Of those 10 teams, you get the opportunity to compete today for a cash prize, if you will, of $10,000. $10,000 will go back to the school systems, go back to the school of the winning team, for the opportunity to implement the proposal, to implement that solution for that real-world problem. We're really excited about that. The top 3 teams, each individual on the top 3 teams will receive a gift card from Altec just for your participation and your presentation and the power that you brought today. So we're super excited to do that above and beyond the $10,000. We're also excited for the opportunity to have this panel of 6 judges in front of me, this distinguished panel of 6 judges. I told the judges earlier that it was going to be hard for me to call them distinguished because I've worked with each one of them. I know them pretty well, and so, but they are distinguished, as much as I give them grief. Great group of people. This group of judges are going to be rating the presentations based on 4 really key points. First thing they're going to be doing is looking at the degree of impact. Is this solution going to really make a change? Is it really going to have the degree of impact that we see in the presentations today? We're also going to be looking at the feasibility of the solution. How feasible is it for the implementation plan? They're going to be looking at sustainability. What's the long-term trajectory of this opportunity? And then obviously the presentation. The flow of the presentation, the skills and the presentation done by the group that's going to facilitate. Each team has 7 minutes to present. Now at 7 minutes, my cohort over here, Trevor Dibble, is going to stand up. He is our timer. He's going to stand up at 7 minutes as your warning that you need to be concluding, okay? After that 7 minutes is over, you're going to have 4 minutes of questions and answers. We will be doing the judge deliberation at noon. So during the noon time frame, the judges will go into another room. They will deliberate over the proposals, and they will select a winner. After that deliberation is over, they will come back. We will all come back in the room, and we will present the winner of the second annual Altec Innovation Challenge. Are there any questions? Are you all ready? Oh, if that's all you got today, you're not going to make it. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Well, this is going to be an exciting opportunity. I hope everybody enjoys it. I hope everybody does a great job, and I hope you have a great learning experience. All right, the next group that's going to join us today is from John Hardin. This group, their presentation title is Aqua Food. The team is made up by Addison Cheney, Maya Ferguson, Dawson Hall, Hayden Givenden, Benjamin Udegroff, Michaela Diaz, Anna Lloyd, and Stephen Hayes. Please welcome them to the podium.
Good morning, my name is Braden Hall, and I proudly present to you the John Hardin FFA Altec Innovation Team.
In 29 years, I will be 43 years old. More than likely, I will be married, have kids, and be in the middle of my selected career. It'll also be the year I experience a life-changing event unlike the model has ever seen. And the scary thing is, we even know it's coming. 2050 is the year all projections point to our population outpacing our agricultural output. We will run out of food.
Now, we're not just talking about our current food issues of socioeconomic factors, transportation issues, or healthy option versus unhealthy convenience. We are talking about food availability for everyone and anyone, period. This will not be a poor versus rich problem, or a young versus old issue, or where you're located on a map. This will be a humanity problem. A problem that will not only affect our community, but every single person in the world.
The silver lining, we know it is coming. So now it is up to my generation to find a solution so that we will never know what that world will look like. Here's how I plan on doing it.
This is our problem. Food insecurity is more of a dire issue than we may already realize, not to mention what's on our horizon. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, Feeding America and Hardin County schools, 29,000 Hardin County citizens are food insecure. 22,000 of these are Hardin County adults, and the other 7,000 are our own Hardin County students. 52% of all Hardin County students qualify for free or reduced lunch. Our belief is that nobody should go hungry, and our solution is to educate the new generation and encourage them to find new and better solutions.
First, let me explain to you our current solution. The purpose of the Aqua Food STEM Lab is to provide students with research opportunities to find sustainable solutions to food insecurity. It is also utilized to improve our community's ag literacy by providing lettuce to our cafeteria. It is also designed to give students experience in marketing, problem solving, teamwork, and communication skills. Students are responsible for handling the day-to-day operations of plant growth, such as planting, harvesting, checking nutrients, and educating fellow students. We've established a working professional partnership with all these organizations. Partnerships will be a key to solving food insecurity, as this issue is not created by one entity. A solution will come from the partnership of many. We've been recognized by the Kentucky State Senate for our contribution to food insecurity. The mayor of Indianapolis and the governor of Indiana have asked to travel to Kentucky to view our lab so they can start implementing systems into their schools. We've also been noticed by the CEO of the National Ffa Organization.
Now here are some examples of our Aqua Food Lab. In the right-hand side of the presentation, you can see our Volksgarten and shoebox systems used to conduct various experiments such as light duration, light spectrum, and pH levels, as well as our group being recognized by the State Senate and our efforts in combating food hunger. As well in the bottom center, you can see our students in our NFT systems, and in the top left, our freshly harvested basil. The interesting thing about this particular crop was it was harvested within 30 days of seeding. And last, our Blue Lab Technology Monitor. This is where we watch for water temperature, pH levels, and nutrients. This will maximize our productivity and efficiency.
As Dawson stated, we've already been working for a current solution. Just having leafy greens cannot solve food insecurity alone. When having a nutritious meal, you need a source of protein. This is when having an aquaculture production unit improves our plan. This will provide us a good, clean source of protein, along with allowing us to conduct various experiments, like testing which is the most efficient way to produce food in a limited time period. Since aquaculture isn't like regular farming, you produce 10 times more in an entire year. This way, citizens of Hardin County will not have to go hungry any longer.
We understand that to solve such a problem on a global scale is going to take much more than one high school STEM lab. We know we can be the spark at the local level that can educate and leave an impact, which will then lead to conversation, which will then lead to action on a larger scale. When we spoke with Warm Blessings, they indicated that one of their greatest needs is a healthy protein source. As Addie said, leafy greens were a start, but they can't do it on their own. That's why these two aquaculture tanks will allow us to provide Warm Blessings with a healthy protein source, while at the same time allowing us to conduct research on how to produce fish in an urban setting for future growth. We have also been working with Creekside Elementary with plans to implement a system into their elementary schools, while expanding to other elementary and middle schools with a full curriculum as well.
And this will be our budget. Two of our aquaculture systems will be roughly $7,000, while our heaters and chillers, which we will use to keep our water temperatures regulated, will cost around $360. Our Blue Lab monitoring systems will be around $680, and our dissolved oxygen monitors, which we'll use to keep our fish healthy and in check, will be around $372. The remaining money from all of this will be around $1,500. And this is our impact budget. 3,300 pounds of tilapia can be filleted into about 600 fillets. And those 600 fillets can cost around $10,000 at a Walmart. But we can produce this at around $1,100. And the cost difference between those two is $9,000. A one-time $10,000 investment will provide over 3,300 pounds of nutritious protein per year to those in need at a savings of over $9,000 per year.
The first line of the Ffa Creed states, "I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born, not of words, but of deeds."
We are inspired by the meaning of those words. The time to talk is over. It is now time to take action, and we are ready. We are ready to take that action to preserve our future and the future generations that follow us.
Thank you for your time and consideration. We will now leave you this line from the Ffa Creed.
I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community, which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task.
I just want to say job very well done, professional, prepared. Your FFA sponsor has been so proud of you guys. So, you all do a great job support or representing your generation. You do a great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll second that. Very impressive. I was an FFA. I was an officer at my high school, and I can tell you guys, as Brian said, you have a very good sponsor who should be very proud of you today. I wish I could have come out of high school saying I did as well as you all, but so I'm impressed. I will ask this question. You mentioned in your packet operational procedures and checklists. How have you, I'm sure you've looked at health department regulations and so on for service and storage. How was that factored into your procedures?
Could you repeat that?
Sure. So health department regulations dictate how food is prepared, stored, distributed, and so on. How is that factored into your operational procedures?
I'll take that question. Our food will be, I'm sorry, excuse me. We grow lettuce in our cafeteria. That's part of our NFT system, and we give that lettuce to our they buy it from us. They buy our lettuce that we produce in our little NFT system, and they buy our lettuce. Then the way we will be handling these fish, we will euthanize them by ethically putting them to sleep in ice. We will fillet them. Our cafeteria will actually be teaching us how to fillet them so that we can learn and we can teach our other classmates in our agricultural class. We will fillet them. We will put them in a vacuum seal. We will vacuum seal them, put them in a cooler to be transported to Warm Blessings, which is a soup kitchen. So they'll give out last year they gave out about 14,000 meals, and we plan to be as successful as that.
So what's preventing this from happening other than the purchasing of the equipment? After that's done, is this something that will be implemented, or is there a longer timeline to get that done?
On to this question, whenever we start working on aquaculture systems, we've already been implementing systems into our high school, so we already have our leafy greens, as we know. So now when we get this grant, we will put those systems into our high school, and then we will start going from there to provide fish to Warm Blessings.
And that'll happen relatively soon after equipment arrives? Okay.
I'm sure this has been implemented somewhere else. Have you all researched that to kind of see how that works?
Yes, Kentucky Fresh Harvest, we have a partnership with them, and they show us different things with fish and other lettuce.
will Warm Blessings be your only recipient, or do you have other plans?
I'll take this question. Well, since Warm Blessings is in more of a dire need for a protein source, they will be our first food bank we help. But if they are good with protein source after we help, we will get with Feeding America to find other food banks to implement.
Any other questions? Thank you very much. First place goes to Aqua Food. So we've done this 2 years up to this point, and both years we've had the FFA team win the competition. Congratulations. That is it for today, but I would like to say this. Thank you on behalf of Altec. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for the preparation. Thank you for the time that you put into this and the effort. All of them were fantastic, and we look forward to getting the opportunity to work with you all in the future. You'll have a great afternoon.
Well, 2 years ago, we were able to start the Aqua Food Lab at John Hardin High School. And then when we started selling the lettuce, we realized that lettuce can't do it on its own. And whenever we spoke with Warm Blessings, we went to every single food bank to try and find out what we can do better. And then they said that they need a protein source. So then we brought together our Altec presentation, and we knew if we won this, what we'd be doing, we would get protein as long as with our lettuce. So that's why we sparked this idea.
This is very much a team effort, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So big $10,000. You just won it, but any plans for that money in the future?
What we plan to use it on is whenever we cash it out, we will start buying our systems for it. And then whenever we start buying the systems, we'll start harvesting the fish. We'll get them ready, and we'll sell them to Warm Blessings. That's what we're just want to use this money for.
We had 5 freshmen, and then we had 1 sophomore. But we're all great public speakers, and we were just prepared, and we had the readiness to accomplish anything. So we will use the $10,000 to buy 2 aquaculture production units, and then we'll have an excess amount left over for it. If anything goes bad, if we need to purchase more fish, if our partnerships run out, stuff like that.